Yo, 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 thanks for watching. Funny enough, if you watch the last video, you'll find yourself right at the beginning of this video. Sequentially speaking, not only, well, yeah. Of course, sequentially speaking, but, I mean, as far as like the last video I just made, I ended it while I was getting gas, and I started this video, of course, as I'm hitting the road from getting said gas. But anyway, I just wanted to continue to make a video. I didn't want to take you guys on a gas pump journey in the rain, because people were seeing me talking to my phone. Yeah, I just don't want to. I was not attracted to that Segway. You know, it's funny because like people think of a Segway, and what is a Segway? A Segway is what mall cops ride. Right? That's a Segway, right? But how many times do we talk about Segways nowadays? Like, never. Of course. Oh, there's a Breaking Bad RV back there. But of course, back when Segways were a thing, it was like, oh, shoot, it's a Segway, bro. Segways were things back then. Like, that was a thing. It was like, yo, our neighbor got a Segway. It's like now, it's like, if you get seen on a Segway nowadays, you probably get shot immediately. And they don't even steal the Segway because nobody wants it. Oh, man. Okay, well, hopefully you think that's funny, because I think it's funny. But, yeah, it's really interesting. It's funny. I want to encourage you guys with something right now. I want to share something with you. It's called, I don't want to get too crazy, carried away. And maybe this is actually bad. I'm not sure. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to try it on and I'll see what we think. I'm going to see what I think about it. Okay? Okay. It's called alchemy, right? It sounds super crazy. Sounds like, oh my gosh, what kind of witchcraft is that? Alchemy? Alchemist. But then again, if you guys have read Paulo Coelho's book, The Alchemist, you probably know alchemy isn't too crazy. And I don't think it is actually too crazy. Further feelings to be developed about that. But anyway, alchemy, what is alchemy? Alchemy is simply taking what is and changing it into what you want. And so, yeah, it can be a little tricky because, you know, if you go around in situations and you're constantly trying to change things into your favor, you get a little questionable there, right? You can actually get a little bit, like, sadistic and evil, right? I mean, yeah, I'm not really about that alchemist life, but I am about trying to make... I was talking to my friend today, and we're talking about the concept of finding positive in a negative situation, finding the light in the darkness, right? And I think for metaphorically speaking, for the sake of speaking metaphorically, we need to make sure that when it comes to finding the light in the darkness, when it comes to finding the positive in the negative, we don't invent our positive necessarily, because we can get a little bit too carried away with that. Like, I had this, and this ties into another theory or another thought that I had a while ago. A long time ago, I had this thought one time. It was like this. This is kind of like what my thought was, you know. This is before I was going to school. This is before I went to college. I had this thought, you know. Anyway, it sounds funny. But the thought that I had is, I noticed this trend, and this was before, I started going to church again and started, like, praying to God and, like, reading my Bible and, like, you know, putting God in an important part in my life. This is before I came back to God. Is what I'm trying to say. And I just noticed, I was like, well, what's the point of everything if there is no God? That's how I felt at one point. I was an atheist for a time. Or at least I thought I was an atheist, or I was, in effect, an atheist. Blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to finish this video. Running out of steam, bros. I'm running out of steam. Anyway. No, I think it's still good quality, actually. I don't think it's going to put you to too much to sleep. Maybe it will. Just get off this video if you don't want to watch it. Just stop watching. Okay? But before I got back with God again, it was like I had this thought, and it was like, because like well, if you don't think there's a God, if you don't believe in God, and you don't believe there's a right and wrong, you think it's all just, and not just knock anybody who thinks this, because this is totally what a lot of people think, and no offense, this is what you guys think. And I'm not trying to tell you it's wrong. It's not what I believe, but I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not going to tell you that it's wrong. I do believe that it's wrong, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to be like, well, you're wrong, bro. I'm not going to try to like dunk on you and make you feel like an idiot. I'm not going to do that. It's the thought of like, well, nothing matters, and your truth is your truth, and all that matters is what you believe and how you feel inside, and you make your own rules, basically, which is something I believed for a while. Belief systems, right? That's what I called it. What is your belief system, right? Some people's belief systems are Christian beliefs. Some people have a Christian belief system, etc., etc. But I got to this point where I was like, well, what's my guiding light? And I was like, it quickly became positivity. So keep it posy, keep it posy, bro. Like, stay posy, It's like slang, It's like, stay positive, bro. And it's like it's like the name of the game that you live. Like, you live this game you live this mantra that says, stay positive, stay positive, stay positive. Never change, just stay positive, stay positive, stay positive. But there's a point where it's interesting, and I think maybe it was just the dark hole that I fell into, the dark pit, the dark abyss I fell into. Because I fell into some pretty dark places, and I do think, well, I know it was because I didn't have God in my life. I didn't have a clear, defined light or path, really. And I was just, like I said, I was just trying to focus on staying positive, right? That was my everything. That's all I had, just staying positive. That was it. Just stay positive and everything will get better, right? Things will get better, I guess. Like, I hope. Like, yeah, things will get better. Stay positive. Things get better. Stay positive. That's where I was. And I started noticing. I started thinking. I wasn't starting to become negative, I guess. I did have negative moments or whatever. But I guess I started realizing that staying positive all the time was not... it's not a realistic expectation, and hand in hand with that is the concept of being negative, or telling the truth and being realistic about something is not necessarily being negative, and being negative is not necessarily being negative. That took me a while to figure out. It took me a long time to figure that out. Because I was living in shallow-mindednessville, basically. But I started thinking deeper about things. Less surface level. Deep. Deep divers. Let's dive all the way in. Two funny YouTubers inspired that last phrase. Anyway. Infinite Waters, Rough Smart, and Devin Gibson. Anyway... starting to eat up some time here. But that's what my channel's for, guys. I'm here to make the videos that you don't want. Just kidding. I'm here to make the videos I want, though. Yeah, this is my channel, so I can make it how I want. I don't have to care. I don't have to worry about things. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about things like that. I don't need to be all uptight and crazy. But I started realizing, getting to a point here in the midst of all this, I started realizing that being positive is not enough. Being negative is not necessarily being negative. Being realistic is not necessarily being negative. Being real is not being negative, is not necessarily being negative. However, being real can absolutely be negative. And being positive can mean you are positively full of crap. That was the epiphany I had. That was like the bing. Stay positive. I'm positive, bro. Yeah, man, I'm really out here. I'm out here. I noticed the trend. You guys, no matter who you are, don't listen. I mean, no matter who you are, guys, don't do drugs, okay? Just don't do them. I don't encourage them at all. at all. I don't encourage drugs, okay? So don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, no matter what the law says, even if the cannabis laws say it's legal, bro, it's actually therapeutic, you should try it. I don't advise you to use drugs, including marijuana or cannabis, because that is a drug. It contains THC, which is a drug. It's a mind-altering substance. It's habit-forming. It's addictive. It's unhealthy for you in its smoked form. And it's unhealthy for you in it's mentally unhealthy for you, because it can create things like psychosis and delusions and things like that. And you guys want to act like it doesn't. You guys are in denial. Anyway, side tangent. This is a preface. This is literally just a preface to what I'm saying. So don't encourage drugs, but my point is there was a time where I smoked weed. Yes, I smoked weed. I smoked a lot of weed, basically. I mean, a lot to whose standards? I don't know, but a lot to me. A lot, enough to be a lot for me. I smoked enough for it to be a lot to me. And so in this shallow mindedness that I was in, where I was just keeping it positive and smoking weed, good things did not really come from that. Started getting to the point where I started saying things like, we out here, we out here, we out here. You know what I mean? And it's just like, when I think back about that now, like, I love myself, and I'm not going to hate myself for things I did in the past. I'm going to love myself for those things anyway. But I do cringe a little bit. I do cringe and say, oh my gosh, like, it's honestly a little bit cringy, guys. It's a little cringy. Just be out there somewhere saying, we out here, and just not really be doing anything, and not really doing anything like productive or whatever. But definitely in different spaces, definitely existing in spaces that I did not exist in before, mentally and within the psychic realm, I guess. I don't know. Don't want to get too deep into that, but anyway, just to back up my point about being positively full of crap, right? That's actually true. You can actually be, I think that's my wisdom in this video. Be careful of being positive, because you can be positively full of crap. And if you're positively full of crap, then where's the joy in that? Where's the whatever in that, right? Where's the point? What's the use in being positively full of crap, right? I can tell you a lot about that use. You are going to be someone else's use. Somebody else is going to be using you to fulfill their needs. Because if you're full of crap, no offense, I'm not saying people are totally full of crap. I'm just saying be careful of the philosophies you choose to endorse, because some of them can equivocate being full of crap. And if you're full of crap, then you're probably not full of wisdom. And if you're full of crap, you're probably not tapping into that wisdom that you have, because you're too busy being full of crap, basically. That's my point. So, be careful about that. Be careful about that, because you don't want to let yourself fall victim to being positively full of crap. You want to be full of wisdom. You want to be full of good stuff, right? Good stuff in, good stuff out. Good stuff in, good stuff out. Bad stuff in, bad stuff out. Good stuff out in that it leaves you and doesn't come back for a while until you start putting good stuff in. And there's a lot of self-deception that can come from smoking weed. Yeah. It's funny how we got here in this conversation, but this all lines up. Yeah, I don't have to explain to you why this makes sense to me, or why it makes sense. It absolutely does make sense. But anyway, what I'm saying is be careful about what be careful what philosophies you choose to endorse, and think them through. Like, if you're really happy and you're really, like, thrilled about this conclusion you've come to, be careful. And with that being said, I want to add a caveat to that. Be careful about the joy you found. I want to add a caveat to that. The caveat is, even though it's wise to be careful about the joy that you have found, there is still pure joy that can be found that you don't have to be worried about, that you don't have to be cautious about. And that joy comes with the truth. So what is the truth? How do you know the truth? How can you find the truth, right? Well, that's a very good question. And I think we can start with what we know is true. We live on a planet called Earth. We're human beings. We have these bodies that are made of stuff called flesh, and bone, and blood, and water, and pizza, and other things. One of the best ways to find the truth is start talking about the truth. If you can kind of just start talking about the truth, you'll make more sense about what the truth actually is. And that sounds kind of maybe deep or vague. But anyway, I know I have found, this is where I bear my testimony to you guys. I know that I have found the truth through my pursuit of God. And I would say that definitely when I first got to the point where I was like, okay, God, I'm sorry, I messed up. I should have listened to you. You were right. I know you're true. I know you're real. And I turned my back on you for so long. And I'm so sorry. When I got to that point, that's when the truth started going bing, 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 bing. That's when the light bulbs started lighting up like rapid fire, like fast. And when I started reading my Bible, that's when things started lighting up fast. I know what the truth is. I don't know the entire truth, of course. I don't know the whole truth, but I know a good portion of it. I know a good portion of it, because that portion of the truth that I know is enough for me to have a very happy, successful, infinitely happy life. I know enough about the truth to have an infinitely happy life. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. And I'm not lying or exaggerating. I know the Book of Mormon is true. I know the Bible is true. I know Joseph Smith was and is a prophet, and he helped restore Christ's church, which apostatized after Christ's death and resurrection. And I know that church is now on the earth again, and it is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I know that. And with that comes a lot of other knowledge as well about God, His nature, who we are, where we came from, the reason, the why we are here, what we're doing here, etc., etc. There's a lot of things I've learned that have helped me navigate and make sense of the truth. And by knowing the truth that I know, and by continuing to study God's Word and grow more and more and more and more, every single day I watch the world evolve around me. I watch me evolve every day. I watch everything get better day by day. Even when things get worse, they get better. Because even when things get hard, they get easier. It's crazy. There's opposition in all things. But anyway, I'm just saying, things are getting better. They are getting better. And they are also getting worse in some ways, but they are also getting better. And that's important. So, not to confuse you guys. I don't want to talk about that because it's too confusing to say how both are true at the same time, right? It can just be confusing. But I know the truth has set me free, and I'm happy for the truth that I found in my life. I'm happy for the truth that I know. And like I said, if you don't really know the truth and you want to know more about the truth, I'm not going to just tell you that the Book of Mormon is true and that you should read it. I'm going to tell you that you should literally ask God. And if you're not sure there is a God, pretend there is, or actually, you don't even have to know that there's a God in order to pray to Him. Because you can be like, God, I don't even know if you're real, but if you are there, I just want to pray to you right now and ask you questions. I'm not sure why I'm here, and I'm not sure what the truth is. I hear all kinds of different things. I'm being told about this, and this church is saying this, and this church is saying that, and I'm struggling because I'm trying to make sense of everything around me, and it's crazy, and I don't even have time for it because it's so crazy. It's too much. But if you pray to God, He's going to answer you. And a lot of times He answers you in feelings. Sometimes He gives you thoughts, etc. He gives you thoughts and feelings to help you understand things, to help us understand things. And the cool thing about God is He wants us to have faith. Why? Why do we need to have faith, and why is faith a necessary thing? Because faith is a part of life that makes life better, believe it or not. Faith is one of the things that makes life better. Because without faith, we're not seeing the whole picture. We can't see the whole picture without faith. We need faith. Faith is a means. Faith is like a bus ticket, right? If you don't have a bus ticket, you can't ride the bus. You can get on the bus, but you're just going to get kicked off because you don't have a bus pass or bus ticket. So you need to have a bus ticket, right? You need to have faith, because if you have faith, then you can get on the bus. And if you go on the bus, where can you go? You can go to places you've never been. This metaphor is on fire right now. This metaphor is lit. It's so lit right now. Such a good metaphor. Anyway, so keep sticking with it. Stick with it. Have faith. And if you don't have, and faith isn't easy to have, but sometimes it is. It depends. Some people are blessed with more predisposals of faith. Like, I have a friend named Elder Jackson, Mark Jackson. Super awesome guy. Super amazing guy. He's blessed with the gift of faith. He has an amazing faith. It's very true. He was blessed with the gift of faith, and he does have an amazing measure of faith. It's amazing. I love it. It's an amazing spiritual gift. And I went through a period of time where I was really struggling, and I needed more. Oh, it says turn left at Jackson Creek. Speaking of Jackson, that's funny. So funny. Anyway, when I was struggling to turn my life around and get it out of Suckville, because it was in Suckville, when I was just all about that positive train, right? Positive train did not lead me down the right track. That's the point. Positive train is no substitution for the bus ticket of faith, okay? You need the bus ticket of faith. You don't need a positive train on the wrong side of the tracks. Because that's what it is. It's the wrong side of the tracks, bro. You don't go past the wrong side of the tracks, bro, or sis. Sis. Thanks for listening, sis. But, yeah, so I think you guys know what I'm saying. Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. It's not necessarily easy to have faith, but sometimes it is. And whether or not it is for you or not, is not really important. What's important is that you try to have faith, and that you do what you can to have faith. Because faith can do what? Faith can move mountains, right? Faith precedes the miracle, right? The miracle comes after what? What? The miracle comes after what? The miracle comes after the trial of your faith. Having faith is a prerequisite. That's why one of the prerequisites in our church to becoming a member is having faith in Jesus Christ. Not being sure Jesus Christ exists. Not knowing Jesus Christ. Or not necessarily, I don't want to defeat what I'm saying here, but just having faith. And all that takes is to say, you know what? I really don't know, but I believe. That's all it takes. That's all the faith that you need. That's literally how much faith is required. Just to say, I believe. If you believe, you have faith. What? It's crazy. Do you really believe? Yeah? Okay, that's great. No? Okay, well, that's okay. You don't have to. It's okay. Do you want to believe? Yes? Okay, great. Guess what? You're going to be able to. No? Okay, that's fine too. You don't have to. You don't have to want to believe. You can just continue doing things while you're doing them. That's fine. You don't have to. But I know that I got to the point where I was like, yeah, dog, this ain't working anymore. Can't do this. And you know what? I don't want to spend much more time going on the same road again where it's not working. And be like, help, why isn't this working? Life sucks. Why am I positively full of crap? So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm making this video a little bit too long. I'm rambling, but anyway, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. There's wisdom in here. If you listen to it, you'll get it for sure. Okay. Oh shoot, you can't go this way because this is high water. Oh shoot. Oh snap. Okay. Can't even go this way at all. Yep, taking me a U-turn right now, boy. That's right. Can't go that way, buddy. Gotta come this way. Sorry, buddy. Oh man, it's been raining all day. Can't wait for lunch for a beach day tomorrow. Beautiful scenery. Check it out. God loves you. That's why He made things beautiful, because He wants us to be able to see those things and enjoy them. He made things beautiful because he loves us. And he's given us beautiful things as gifts. So, plot twist, he does love you. Plot twist, he is real.